Okay, we are live. Welcome everybody to Topic Tuesday. So uh, today's topic is going to be about using tools. Now, I don't necessarily mean, like a hammer and a nail and that kind of stuff, those kind of tools. Um, we are taught from a really young age that using tools for things like, for example, math, right? Stop counting on your fingers. Don't use a calculator, right? And we are sort of taught that using tools is like, I don't know, a sign of weakness or something, or that you're not as intelligent. And I'm here to tell you that that's bullshit. So, we're all adults now. We can use whatever we want as far as tools. And tools can be incredibly helpful for people with ADHD, okay? Whether it is using an app that, reminds you to drink water that you'll actually use for longer than a week. Um, Even if you use it for a week, it's a week more of water than you would have had otherwise, right? Um, or maybe you need to have like a big sign that's like right smack in front of you when you walk in the door to tell you to put your keys in a certain place. Or maybe you need to have visual reminders, somewhere within your purview. Like I had somebody who she said, "Oh, I have tons of stickies on my screen," and I said, "But how many of them do you really see anymore?" Because they start to blend in, right? And you stop seeing it. So I said, take all of them off your screen and just put the top three stickies that you need to get done today, right? And so she put those on. I'm like, when you're done with those, then you can add more stickies. Using tools is not, it's not weakness. It doesn't mean you're less intelligent. It actually means you're smarter because you are then able to free up some bandwidth instead of trying to keep everything in your head, which is what we always try to do. You can free up some bandwidth to put towards things that could really like be amazing, right? Creativity, something at your job, something that you're doing at home where you can really feel like you're in your flow, right? If it means getting a virtual assistant to help you with certain aspects of your day-to-day life. I have a friend, they have a house manager, and it's somebody who comes in because they just need help with certain areas. She knows there are certain things she just will not do that have to get done on a regular basis in their home, so they hired a house manager. Now they have the resources to do that. That isn't for everybody, but it's just some ideas for you to think about instead of you having to do your taxes, right? Like I have some amazing accountants I can refer you to, by the way. But hire, throw some money at it if you have that available. And if you don't, then just look at all the different ways that you can utilize tools in little ways around your life, on a day to day basis that is going to free up some bandwidth, free up some energy for you so that you can use it on things that are far more pressing, including things that maybe you really don't want to do and maybe you don't have the resources to throw money at it and you have to get it done, like taxes, for example. Um, I'm trying to think of some other examples of some things that you can use to help you, but I think you catch my drift, right? So, and it can be little things like, so for example, I'm really good at writing out my to-do list. I'm really bad at remembering to look at it. So I got an app, I can't remember what it's called now. If I can remember, I'll put it in the chat. That will remind me to look at my to-do list, and it will keep reminding me until I do it. And there is another one that, again, if I can remember the name of it, and it will literally like clear out my screen. I think it's called In Your Face. And one of my friends with ADHD told me about it. And it just like clears your computer screen. It's like, you have this appointment. You can't work. You have to stop working in order to clear this thing. So, and you can snooze it if you need to or whatever. But it's a way of like disrupting what you have going on so that you don't forget an appointment that's coming up, right? All of these things are tools and all of them are amazing. And you just have to find the ones that work best for your brain, right? Figuring out, are you more of a visual person or are you more of an auditory person? Do you like my Apple Watch, for example, will vibrate when I have an appointment coming up. Do you need all three of them? understanding better how your brain works, therefore how tools will best work for you, is really one of the best things that you can do for yourself. As people with ADHD, we tend to be a little unself-aware, a lot unself-aware. So some of this takes time, but it is one of the things that will absolutely help you find the tools that are going to work best for you. So, if you have tools that you've used that maybe neurotypical people would look at that and go, "What are you doing?" But it's worked for you, put it in the chat, like, or in the comments. I am always so curious as to what other people do. I have so many workarounds and tools and things like that, but I realize we tend to have this hang up about using tools, and I really want you to just understand it's okay to use tools. Use as many as you need. And it is not a sign of weakness. It shows that you're smart, and it shows that you care, and you want to do big things with your life, or maybe just do the laundry. It doesn't matter. Just use the tools that work for you. When I can think of the names of the apps I just mentioned, I will put them I will put them in the comments. Yeah, so I would love to see what everybody else is doing. This has been your Topic Tuesday tip. And I will see you all, if nothing else, next week.